Hello, my fellow Librans. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer, angel therapy practitioner, Reiki master, and empowerment coach. And I'm here today to talk about Libra's September 2022 horoscope. But before I do, I just want to give you a little bit of business. These videos are based on whole sign Western astrology. I, as an intuitive astrologer, believe wholeheartedly that the moon is a very, very, if not the most powerful planet, right up there. The human manifests on its emotional body. When we feel happy and we feel good, we manifest things easily. When we feel unsure, when we lack confidence, when we are invested a lot in how other people respond to us, it can instill insecurity and unsureness. And this is the platform with which our thoughts muse and mingle, and our thoughts, when they're mused on long enough, kick in the laws of attraction. So today we're going to talk a lot about how it feels to be a Libra moon, rising, sun, and stelliums. Well, I am a Libra sun. I'm an Aries rising and a Taurus moon. So when I look at my horoscopes, it tends that the Aries and the Taurus have make more sense to me than my Libra does. So I want to offer that to you. I also want to mention that every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I do a live stream and go through the weekly transits. So what I've done for this video is pick out a few things that I think are super important. I'm going to be doing a separate video for the full moon in Pisces in September and the new moon in Libra. So here we go. Libra, what I'm going to start with is on September 3rd, we will see Mars at 8 degrees Gemini begin its shadow pre-retrograde period. Mars is going retrograde from October 30th through January 12th. October 30th, 2022 through January 12th, 2023. It will start the retrograde at 25 degrees Gemini and then move all the way back to where it started on the third 8 degrees Gemini before it goes direct. And it will stay in a post-shadow retrograde period until March. So what we're seeing is a lot of activity, a lot of movement. Gemini, there's a lot of movement, a lot of activity. It rules our everyday activities, our everyday phone calls, communications, our texts, checking our emails, running to the market, running to pick our kids up, running to soccer, all those activities. Mars is the planet of assertion, bold energy. It's a pioneering spirit. Many refer to it first and foremost as the warrior. I like to think of it as the hero. And in doing so, Mars has a tendency to take action very sort of in an instinctual way. And I think during this particular period, it's going to be about slowing down a little bit to take guided and inspired action. For Libra rising, this happens in your 9th house. So the 9th house rules foreign travel, foreign beliefs, meaning foreign to you, new things you've not discovered. It rules the Supreme Court. It rules the judicial system at high levels. It would rule the church, Catholic Church, a Jewish community center, all, higher levels of educational institutions. And so here, when I'm seeing Gemini, it feels as if I'm looking at what does my mind think about every day? What do I believe about my everyday activities? And how am I taking action to align what it is I want to experience with what I am actually experiencing? Because what I think is going to happen for Libra is the brave element of Mars, the pioneering spirit, is going to take your mind, Gemini, into a new conversation about what you believe about yourself and how you have personally evolved in this lifetime. And too often, the human defaults back to a place where they were less than, and they don't really give much credence or much review to the journey of their own evolution. So a Mars retrograde is really going to be, how do I assert myself versus how do I attract what I want and need to me? I think that's going to be super important. I think there's going to be a lot of, Gemini's social by nature. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. We're going to have a Mercury retrograde. I'm going to address that in a minute coming up. So I think there's going to be a lot to really address or to think about. How do I engage others? How do I converse in a way that gives them a feeling of being heard and yet allows me the privilege of expressing myself in a way that feels balanced and harmonious? Because that's one thing Libra needs, is balance and harmony. And oftentimes the signs that require balance or nurturing tend to give that dynamic and have challenge receiving it. So I think for my Libras, there may be a real review of your own mental process of how much do I allow myself to attract in what I want versus asserting myself to go get it. On the 5th, we have the ruling planet of Libra, Venus, moving into Virgo. When Venus is in Virgo, she's very practically minded. She's focused on balancing her physical health, her financial health, her mental health. She's really wanting to feel more connected to her sense of service, her sense of fulfillment, her self-worth through the love and giving to others. For Libra, Venus is going to enter Virgo in your 12th house. The 12th house is a house where we've completed the hero's journey through the zodiac, and we have entertained many different energies. And now we come into the place of dream time, where the 12th house rules the bedroom, it rules hospitals, it rules research, it rules ashrams, it rules those places where we are our single self, not the self that we are being assessed by others. So with Venus moving into your 12th house, Libra, I think this is an opportunity to really look at, are you giving up your self-care? Is your self-care in some way hidden? And would it benefit others to see your self-care, to see yourself purport that balance that is so needed for Libra to feel at peace? Because when Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 9th in Libra at the 8th degree. This is very transformational for me. It feels very much like things are starting to roll in a place that is going to kind of demo what I think I've known and start to rebuild something new. Because for Libra, this retrograde starts in the 1st house of self and then drifts back into the 12th house of the collective unconscious, the house of self-undoing. So I think when Mercury enters Libra, there's going to be this feeling of wanting to reflect on, how do I create harmony and peace for myself? What permissions have I given myself to evolve past what others have expected of me and to be more authentic to the truth of who I am and what I want to experience in this world? Because we're going to experience this Mercury retrograde until from September 9th through the 2nd of October. So it's going to take you right into Libra season. And I feel like this is really very powerful for your solar return. I know I'm talking Libra rising right now, but for those of you that will be a Libra sun, really setting an intention for this year ahead. We will see the sun move into Libra on the 22nd, and on the 23rd, it goes back into Virgo. So, and then we have a new moon in Libra 2 days later, and I'm talking to Libra right now. So this is an opportunity for you to take the Mercury retrograde and not criticize yourself or in any way judge yourself, but just to assess where you have not allowed yourself to flourish, to grow, to expand through meditation and quiet time and reflection on what's important to you. On the 29th, Venus will move into Libra, where she is at home, and that will feel really warm and fuzzy. But at the same time, Mercury is making an opposition at 24 degrees Virgo to retrograde Neptune at 23 degrees Pisces in your 12th house. So there's going to be some situation that comes up that feels as if an illusion has been broken, or a hope has been dashed, something that you may have counted on, but at the same time, it feels like it was disempowering to me, that if it had worked out the way I'd wanted it to, I would not feel as powerful a co-creator in my life. Because at the same time, Mercury is making a trine to Pluto. Pluto is going to wipe something out in order to create something better. And I believe that Pluto is really focused in on, what are you pretending not to know right now? Because if you're pretending that you must assert yourself in a way, or you must create harmony or balance for others, and it does not come back to you, that is what gets to get broken up. That's the illusion. And your focused thought on what you're not getting is in potentially part of the co-creation. No, it is absolutely part of the co-creation, and your ability to be able to change the story around. For instance, you could say, well, up until now, I have not experienced that, but I am allowing and inviting in this new experience, and I will take the time to meditate on what it feels like when that experience has come into my physical world. There is, I believe the ascension is really about the human connecting to the idea that our thoughts are things. Our concentrated thoughts create people and dynamics and experiences to support that concentrated thought. So the universe doesn't pick and choose who is lucky and who is not lucky. People have a point of attraction when they incarnate. And if for some reason their soul has gone through a period of lifetime after lifetime where it was really of service about others, then to come into this lifetime with the predisposition to serve others, only to realize that it's serving the self that really serves others in a more long-term and rooted way. And that's where I think the real balance comes in. So for my Libras, this is a big month to set up October, November, and December to really start to feel the transformation that has been offered to you. Pluto has been squaring Libra, opposing Cancer, and squaring Aries since 2008 at varying degrees and with varying retrogrades. So a lot of the things that we are looking at are revisiting old dynamics with a fresh perception or a fresh sense of self. And I think that's why all this is happening mostly in Libra's 1st and 12th houses, because the 12th house will be what you've given up of yourself, where you have sacrificed yourself in some way. And now it's time to put yourself at the forefront so that you can truly serve the balance and harmony for all those around you. Okay. That's it for September 2022. Again, my name is Teri Hunter. I'm an angel therapy practitioner, intuitive astrologer, Reiki master, and empowerment coach. And if you'd like to book a session with me, my information is below in the description, and I am available. I look forward to seeing you soon. And please join me on Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Pacific time, for our live stream with Traversing the Transits with Teri Hunter. All right, see you later.